Hello there, Professor Torres-Velez here. It's going to be a quick video. It's been long due. I'm going to cover quickly how to navigate Brightspace for our course. Yeah, so this is for LAC 118, Korean Society and Culture. Alright, so as you can see, I'm already there on the course. What you're seeing in here is the professor's view, but it shouldn't be as different or too different from the student's view. There are a few things that you need to be paying attention to when you're navigating in Brightspace. The first one is the navigation bar on the left. This is an important one. And so is the navigation bar, the horizontal navigation bar here on the top of your window. From here you can access the main areas. Of course, the key one is the content section. This, once you click in here, you're going to be seeing this, all right, which is basically a table of content for all the material. From the table of content, a few things that you need to pay attention to are, of course, where the syllabus is and where the course content is. I have divided the course content in three main tabs. Each tab containing about 5 weeks worth of work for the course. And it's of course labeled with the dates, so it should be pretty easy to figure out how to find the content for a specific schedule, sort of assignments and readings. um, Something else I want to mention is, of course, here in the course syllabus. If you click in there, you're gonna come here, and they're gonna have the course syllabus, of course. The course syllabus. A few things I want you to notice from the course syllabus. Of course, the first one is that you need to take the time to carefully read it, understand it, and understand what you're getting into in terms of the assignments you're going to be having to complete for this course. So please devote some time to carefully review the syllabus. Before you ask me any questions, make sure the answer is not already found on the syllabus. I'm teaching way too many classes. I have no time to waste answering questions that are either contained on the syllabus or on Brightspace. So please take the time to review the syllabus. I will be quizzing you on the syllabus within the next few weeks, okay? Something else you need to pay attention to about this, or to know about the syllabus, is the fact that all of the readings are hyperlinked. This is for your convenience, of course, and the readings are also hyperlinked on Brightspace. So if for whatever reason you cannot access Brightspace, you can still access the readings through the syllabus. Okay. The only thing that the syllabus does not have, of course, is the submission links for the assignments. So those are only found on Brightspace. Okay. The syllabus is actually a schedule, and it contains not only the dates for when you are supposed to be doing the readings, but also the dates for exams and other types of assignments. So this is your source for dates. So make sure, again, you review it. Let me see something in here. I didn't get the chance. Okay, that's fine. So just use the syllabus as, of course, the place where you will find out where and when are assignments due. Okay. Um, just a few things about the layout of the syllabus and the calendar in here. I set it up as a two-column sort of calendar. It has 2 days, Mondays and Wednesdays. Of course, this course is an asynchronous course, which means that we are not meeting, and therefore you get to choose when to do the work. But I decided to organize the syllabus in a 2-day schedule as if we are meeting in person, which of course we're not. And I'm doing this to simplify your work. If I would recommend, strongly recommend, to kind of abide to this, syllabus from the point of view of when to do the readings and when to do the assignments. But of course, it is up to you how to best decide how to conduct your studying for this class. Okay. One thing that will remain important no matter what is for you to please submit your work. All the work is going to be due on Sunday midnights. Sunday midnights. Okay. So my apologies for the loud noises. I have some students from other classes here. So anyhow, Sunday midnights is when you're going to be submitting your journal entries. Journal entries are due on a weekly basis. Journal entries are simple. All you have to do is to write a 250 to 500 word paragraph per reading. If in a given week you have 2 readings assigned, that means that by Sunday midnight you have to submit 2 short paragraphs summarizing each one of the readings. In addition to that, leave 1 or 2 sentences from those paragraphs to reflect on the readings. So, the first part of the journal entries, what you think are the key points on the readings, and the last few sentences are left for you to reflect on the readings. What stood out? What you would like to share with other students, or family, what was new for you, what new information there is, what was interesting. That's the kind of reflection I want. I care not for statements of I like, I dislike readings. Okay, very important. I do not want to see those statements in the journal entries. Um, Going back to the syllabus, again, it's a calendar, so you have the dates, right? Monday and Wednesday, because that's how I decided to organize this. And on the left upper corner of each cell, you'll have the date. You know, the full, well, the month will be spelled out only the first date of the month, which means that you will not see the month in the next cells. However, you will know the date by looking at the ordinal number on the left part of the cell. Okay, so for instance, in here we have September 16, the next day will be, September 18, as you can see in there, and so on and so forth. If we move forward, let's look for October. You see, October is right there. That's what I'm referring to. So you will have to scroll up and down to figure out in what month you are. It is the nature of of this particular design, just so that you know it. Okay, this little number on the right side of the cells, just it's meant to represent the days that we will be, the dates of contact if we were to be meeting in person, which we're not, but nonetheless, still there. So. What else I want to point out here? Yeah, I think that's about it. About the syllabus, of course, again, make sure you read the contract with the devil, right? Meaning the what are my what are the course requirements? I'm gonna go over it quickly. You have a final essay of 4 to 5 pages. A final essay is an autobiographical piece. I will explain more about that later. You have the journal entries, which are due on a weekly basis, Sunday midnight. All journal entries are due Sunday midnight. And you also have to post a discussion board posting. That's just, a sentence or two. The discussion board, think of it as the space where you get the chance to interact with other of your peers in the class. Be very mindful of how you write and communicate with your peers. This is a safe space. It has to be respectful. I will not accept under any circumstances disrespectful language in these postings or in any postings for that matter. You need to learn how to write in an academic fashion. So please ensure that your postings are revised before you submit them. Okay? For the discussion board postings, it's just again a sentence or two where you might call attention to something that you found interesting from the readings, or where you might be able, to post any questions to your other peers. Yeah, those kinds of things. Read the prompts that are set up both in the discussion board and in the journal entry links. I did explain what you need to do there. So, just read them in case you forget what I'm saying right now. In addition to the journal entries and the discussion board, you also have exams. You have 2 partial exams. Um, you might have a few quizzes. I already mentioned the syllabus, so, expect that as well. You will also have a presentation that you will have to record eventually towards the end of the course. All right. Again, carefully review the syllabus. All right, moving on. Let's go back to the, let's see, the course content. This is the other part that you need to pay attention to, right? So I mentioned to get to course content, you can either access it through the content section on the horizontal navigation bar. You click on it and it'll take you here. All right, and from here, if I were you, the first thing you need to do is go to what to expect. Click in there, and the what to expect will show you basically how this course is organized and what you should be expecting from the course. Again, my apologies for the unnecessary sounds you might be hearing in addition to my presentation. I just couldn't find a place where I could do it on myself by my own. So you'll hear people talking on the background. My apologies for that. I do hope that you understand what I'm saying. So check out the what to expect. Basically, a day of classes will repeat itself. The layout is going to be the same no matter what. So what does that look like? Simple. You usually have a lecture, a pre-recorded video lecture. That could be once a week, sometimes it's every 2 weeks, it depends. Sometimes I cover the material of 3 weeks in just one video recording, and so you might not see a lecture recording on a given day. Don't fret. It means that either I'm going to be covering the material later on or that I already covered it before. Okay, so pay attention to that. What else do you find on a regular class day, right? You will also find, of course, the readings. Readings are due on a weekly basis, so make sure you read them. I try to be mindful of the amount of reading. However, this is a college course, so it is expected for you to do the readings. Readings are on average anywhere between 15 to 30 pages. With lengthier readings, I cut them in half. And so if you see one day an author's name and the title, and then you see the next day the same author name and the same reading. What that means, I'm not repeating the reading, what that means is that it's spliced, I cut the reading in half to help you be able to tackle these readings, okay? So kind of pay attention to that. Don't send me an email. As a professor, the same reading is repeated, in 2 different days. It is not repeated. I simply cut it in half, okay? Yes. So there might be also movies or documentaries to watch, and yeah, and then discussion boards and weekly discussion boards and journal postings, and that's it basically. Okay, let's go to course content quickly here. Let's take a look at what a day looks like. This is what a regular day looks like. Again, as I mentioned, right, lecture, readings, movies to watch, the journal entry to post, and the discussion board to post. When there are supporting materials, for instance, when I record my lectures, I often use PowerPoint presentations and things of that nature. If I do, I often try to include that within the same day where I'm presenting the material. So, you can see it in here, right? I have a visual lay-in, and I usually try to do this little arrow thing to indicate that it's supporting material. So the little arrow will tell you that is supporting material. Okay, so in this case, we have visual notation, presentations, and whatnot. Okay, this course on Brightspace, I was only able to work it through, have it set, I think up until week 5 or 6, I'm still working on it. Again, I'm teaching many classes. I have many administrative responsibilities, so it's taking me a little longer to have this completely set up, but yeah, but no worries. It'll be ready for when you need to complete it. So remain patient. Yeah. Something else about communication that I forgot to mention is that any email that you send me, Please include what course are you taking with me, because otherwise I will not know, and it'll mean that I will more likely not reply to you right away because I don't have the time to start searching for in what class are you in order to be able to respond to your specific question. So it is imperative that you let me know what course you are in, please, in all of your communications with me. Also, because of how many classes I'm teaching, it'll take me anywhere between 24 to 48 hours of working time for me to reply. Right? This is not text messaging. Do not expect an instant communication from me. Again, you will more likely have to wait anywhere between 24 to 48 hours to receive an email. If you write me on a Friday, however, it might even take longer because, of course, I'm not going to be attending to work email during the weekend. Okay, nor I will be attending to email after 5 p.m. So that you know. Okay. Yes, I think. Yeah, I think that's all you need to know for me right now. If you have any questions, just send me an email, and in due time I will respond to them. All right, that's all for me today. Have a wonderful day. Oh yeah, the exams and the quizzes, when they are due, I will send you an announcement. So don't worry about that just yet. But I will let you know when they are gonna be needed. Okay. All right, folks. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you soon. Bye now.